Hi, I just wanted to say good morning, everybody. Welcome back if it's your second week with me. If this is your first time here, welcome to the Mobility Tuesdays challenge. So last week, I just want to quickly go over what we did. We did some couch mobility, or rather seated mobility, which you can do on the couch or a chair. This week, we're going to be moving down to the floor. So I just wanted you to be prepared for that. So for safety considerations, once again, make sure that you have enough space around you to move properly. If you need any help getting down to the floor, please make sure that you have somebody there to assist you. If you do struggle to get down to the floor, you can do these exercises on a bed as well. I ideally prefer the floor just because it is a harder surface for your lower back. If that is not possible, then the bed is completely fine. Just make sure that you have either a pillow underneath your neck or your low back, which I'll also be showing during the video. Okay, the other safety consideration is balance. Because we'll be lying down during this video, there shouldn't be any balance issues. However, if you do feel dizzy or any pain, please stop, take a breather, and have some water beside you as well. Okay, just going over again for those of you who just joined in for the chat and the questions. You can put your questions in through the chat and I will be answering them at the end of the video, as I'm unable to interact with you through the chat during the mobility session. So I will be answering at the end of the video. I'll be doing a short Q&A session. If you don't want your questions to be public or publicly answered, please feel free to send an email to me at contact@physiomobility.ca and I will respond to you directly. There will also be a poll at the end just to get more feedback for myself, as well as just test you guys out a little bit just to see if you're properly paying attention to the things that you need to pay attention to during the video. Okay, so there, once again, from last time, there are 3 tips to remember. So the first one, once again, being breathing. Make sure you're taking nice, deep breaths. Really try and relax throughout this video. The second one is pace. Take your time. Only go whatever pace is appropriate for you. Don't feel the need to rush anything. Don't feel the need to go at the same speed as myself. Just do whatever feels good for your body, which leads me into my third point, which is the mind to muscle connection. So you really want to make sure that you're listening to your body, okay? Take your time with it. Really notice anything that's causing you any pain, any discomfort. If something that feels good, something that you probably need to work on more or hold a little bit longer. Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna get started. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a minute just to get down onto the floor properly. We're gonna be starting on our back. For the next ones, we're also gonna be moving onto our side and our stomach, just for the very end of the video, but for most of it, you're gonna be lying on your back so you don't have to move around too much, okay? So for the first one here, you're going to be lying down on your back. Okay, you're going to bring your left knee into your chest. If you can, grab it in and bring it back out. Okay, so you're pulling the knee into the chest and then extending it completely straight. Okay, if you're not able to grab your knee and pull in to feel a stretch in the hamstring area, what you're going to do is just have your leg up as much as you can, bring it in towards you, and then bring it out straight, okay? So just get nice and comfortable with the movement. Once again, go at your own pace. Make sure that you're breathing through it. Nice and easy, okay? And now, if you can pull and extend, even better. If you're not finding as much of a stretch here, and you want even advanced mobility stretch, you're gonna bring your right leg out straight. Same thing, bring the knee in and back out. Okay, if you do have any issues with your neck, you can always have a towel here. You're gonna roll it, place it right underneath your neck, so you have a little bit more stability like this as you're moving through. Also for the lower back, you could do the same thing with the towel, place it underneath your lower back just to keep your core more engaged and your back flat on the ground, okay? So just for those who are feeling any bit of back pain or neck pain, those are 2 options for you, okay? So let's just do 2 more on that left side. And good, okay, let's move on to the right side. So same thing, bringing that knee into the chest and straight back out. Good, nice and slow. Make sure that you're breathing, really feeling that stretch in that hamstring area. Good. Take your time with it, okay? Remember, if you can't grab your leg, you can just move it straight back and forth. And if you find that too easy, leg straight, back, and forth, okay? Let's do 2 more. And good. Okay, coming back to the resting position, feet flat on the ground. The next one, you're gonna have your leg out straight, okay? So once again, you wanna keep that back flat. You shouldn't be able to be reaching your arm under. If you are, put a pillow or a towel. So keeping your leg straight, you're just gonna bring your leg up towards the ceiling and straight back down, okay? So you wanna feel a stretch behind the knee here, keeping your foot flexed so you get an additional stretch behind the calf and the hamstring, okay? If you wanted to get an additional stretch, grab behind the knee, pull towards you just slightly, and back down. Good, and if that's not feeling hard enough as well, from here, you can bring your right leg out straight, get the same stretch, bringing it down and back up, but making sure that the back is nice and flat, okay? Remember, take your time, deep breaths through this, feel the stretch, okay guys? You're doing great. It's fine if you can't bring your leg all the way up, okay? Only bring it as high as you can. And good, let's switch to the other side. Same thing now, right leg, bring it up towards the ceiling and back down. Good, just take your time with it. Nice and easy. And good, remember to grab the leg if you can, if you want a little bit more of a stretch. Also, if you want to hold it here, by all means hold it a little bit longer before you move into the flow, okay? And lastly too, you want to make it harder, bring the left leg out straight, back's flat, leg in through, and back down. Okay, perfect. So now the next one, here you're gonna bring your left leg up. You want it bent at a 90-degree angle. So you're gonna grab right underneath the back of the knee, extend your leg, and back in. So once again, we're feeling a stretch in the hamstring right behind the knee. You want that foot flexed, so you're feeling an additional stretch behind the calf. If you can't grab underneath your knee, that's totally fine. Once again, just move through it, bend, and straighten your leg as much as you can, okay? And good, once again, if you want to make it a little bit harder, bring that right leg down, and same thing. Really want to feel that stretch right behind the knee. And let's do 2 more. And good, okay? Switching now to the right side. Same thing, so I'm gonna start just by moving it through. Pretty good, and now I'm gonna grab behind the leg. And now I'm gonna straighten out my left leg. Good, just keep going at whatever level feels comfortable for you. Remember to listen to your body. Remember to breathe and take your time. We're gonna do 2 more on this side, and then we're moving on. And good. Okay, so now for the next one, we're gonna be stretching in the inside of our thighs here, okay? So first thing, you're gonna have the leg out straight again. You're gonna bring your leg out to the side and back in. If you find that too hard or difficult, keep the knee bent. You're gonna push to the outside and back in. If you can't push, that's fine. Just move through it again. Also make sure when your leg's coming out to the side that you're not rocking, okay? So try and keep that right hip down on the ground when you're working through the left side. So here, pushing out. And remember when we were sitting down last week, and if you weren't here last week, what we said when we're sitting down and we were pushing our leg to the outside, you're squeezing your left glute to resist that, so you get an additional stretch in here, okay? Push, and remember, if you're doing it with the leg straight, same thing, squeeze through and back, no rocking. Let's do 1 more. And good, let's switch to the right side, same thing, leg up. So first, I'm gonna do first 3, just moving through it. 2, good, notice how my left hip is staying down on the ground. And good, now I'm gonna assist it a little bit, adding a bit more of an extra stretch. I'm squeezing my right glute to push against it, driving my hip up towards the ceiling. And the hardest one here, legs straight, same thing. I'm keeping my hip completely down on the ground. Let's do 2 more, okay? And last one. Good. Okay. Next one here. So you're gonna have the leg out straight, okay? We're gonna do small circles. So you're gonna rotate clockwise. Nice and slow. Good. Remember to keep that back nice and flat, okay? And good. So if you find this too easy, you can start to go a little bit higher, gradually go higher, make bigger circles. Once again, keeping those hips flat on the ground. Make sure that lower back's touching the ground until you can eventually go all the way. We're still going clockwise here. Good. If you can't go that far, it's okay. Just stick with the small circles, okay? And let's switch. So going now counterclockwise, rotating to the outside. Remember, nice and slow. Take your time. Go at your own pace. Good. And if you can, gradually just increase it a little bit more, okay? Bring the circle out wider. Slowly get bigger if you can. If not, that's totally fine. Just stay in the small circle. We're gonna do 2 more. And good. Switching to the other side, same thing, right foot. We're gonna go clockwise first. So rotating to the outside. Good. Nice and easy. Bring it out bigger. And as big as you can go, okay? Good, guys, just make sure to breathe, pace yourself, take your time with it. Nice and easy. Good, remember the small circles, larger circles, and even bigger. And good, let's switch to the other side. So rotating now counterclockwise, same leg. Good, starting with the small circles. Bring them bigger. Take your time, breathe. And the larger ones. Good, we're gonna do 2 more, okay? And good, okay. Now for the next one, we're gonna be working through the ankles, okay? So here, you're gonna place your hands either they can be on your stomach or by your hips, whichever you feel that you need the more support for. Here, we're gonna be doing ankle pumps. So you're gonna push your ankles up forward and back down. The rest of your body doesn't move, okay? It's just the ankles. So you're lifting the heels up, moving onto the toes, squeezing the calves, so my heels are coming up and down. Good, so just getting the ankles a little bit more warmed up. And let's do 2 more, okay? Good. Now from here, we're gonna do bridges. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna tuck the hips under, squeeze the glutes, really make sure your core is engaged. Here, you're gonna lift up your hips to the ceiling and back down. Only as high as you can go. So if you can only lift up that much, that's all I want you to do. And back down. Make sure that you're pushing through the heels. So I don't want you pushing up on the toes for the bridge, just the heels, okay? Squeeze the glutes, hips up, easy back down. Make sure you're taking your time for this one and really making sure you're squeezing and you're driving your hips up. Okay, nice and easy. Good, if you want to make this one just a little bit harder, when you're comfortable, you're gonna, as you go up on the heels and you're pushing your hips up, you're gonna go up on the ankles, down and back. So it's gonna go up and back. If not, just stick to the normal bridges. Get comfortable with it first. Only if you find it really easy, add this one into it, okay? Let's do 2 more. And last one. Good. Okay, so now we're gonna be stretching more of the glutes. So here, you're gonna cross your leg over. So right now I have my left ankle crossed over my right knee, and you're just gonna rock through it, okay? So I'm rocking side to side here, okay? So I wanna feel a stretch here in the glutes. If I'm not feeling it that much, you're gonna push down on the knee, same thing. rock through it, okay? If you have difficulty crossing your leg up over here, you're gonna keep your right leg down straight, cross your leg over here, and try and rock back and forth this way, okay? Just take your time with it. Same thing, so now we're going back up to here. I'm pushing my leg to outside as I move through it. If you're still not feeling as much of a stretch in the glute here, you're gonna lift up the back knee, grab under your left thigh, and pull towards you, okay? So here, pull, bring it back and forth. Okay, so you can rock, you can just hold this position, whichever feels the best for you, as long as you're feeling that stretch through there, okay? And good, let's switch to the other side. So same thing now, your right leg, I have my right ankles crossed over just above my left knee. Gonna start to rock back and forth, get comfortable with the movement. Nice and slow, I'm just breathing through it. Here, remember, you can have it crossed down lower and move through it as well. And if you want it harder, bringing it up, pulling closer in towards you and back, okay? And also you can rock through it. Just once again, let's listen to your body. Do what feels comfortable. And good, relax. Okay, so here we're gonna have your arms out to the side now. We're gonna be stretching the lower back. So you're gonna drop your knees down to the side. We're rocking side to side here, okay? Just take your time with it. Make sure that your shoulders aren't coming off, so my whole body isn't twisting this way. I'm just using my knees and my hips, pointing them down. Once again, if you find this a bit too easy, you're not feeling as much of a stretch in the lower back, have one leg up straight, bring the other leg up at a 90-degree angle, and try and bring it across your body, still keeping that right side down, and same thing on the other side. So you're gonna have the left leg up, bring it across the body, and back down. If not, just stick to the side rocks. Or maybe you wanna do a combination. You wanna start with this one first, get the back loosened up a little bit, and then move into the harder ones, okay? Good, remember, take your time. You can hold the stretch if you want to. And let's do 2 more on each side, okay? So I'm gonna show the other one. Cross, back, cross, back, and last one. And good, okay. Now we're gonna move on to our side. If you wanna stop, take a little break, grab some water, by all means you can stop, and remember this video will be published after, so you can always continue with us. So here we're gonna be lying on our side. You can have a pillow, if you have a pillow with you, you can fold it, put it underneath your head here, or you can just have your hand supporting your head, or your arm out in front of you, okay? So here I'm gonna have my legs bent at, once again, a 90-degree angle, and we're gonna open up our legs here, keeping the heels together. So heels stay on the ground. It's just our toes apart and our knees, and back down. So squeeze through here and back. When you're doing this, make sure that you're not rocking back, okay? You wanna keep your body facing forward, squeeze, and back down. And let's do 2 more. And good. Okay, so before we move to the next side, just while you're on this side, the next one here, you're gonna have your legs straight, kicking out to the side and back down. So bring it out and back. So you wanna feel this working right in the side here, okay? We're working your glutes, squeezing in, building up our hip strength here. If you wanna make this a little bit harder so you're really feeling it in there, you can turn your foot down to point towards the floor, and same thing, lifting up and down. If that feels too uncomfortable, that's okay. Keep with the toes facing forward, up, and down. Let's do 2 more. And good, okay. Now you can rotate to the other side. I'm just gonna switch over to this side so that my back isn't facing you. Here, same thing, arms down, legs bent at a 90-degree angle. Put the heels, squeeze, make sure you're not rocking back, and back in. Good, so you really want to make sure you're squeezing the glutes here, and down. Good, you guys are doing great. Just remember to breathe. Keep the pace. Let's do 3 more, okay? 3, 2, and last one. Good. Now bringing your leg out straight. So once again, going up and down. Good. Pace yourself. Remember, if you really want to feel it here, turn the foot in and up. Same thing, okay? Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, and last one. 3. Perfect. Okay, so now you're going to be rotating onto your stomach. I'm just going to show you this way. So once again, if you do feel like you have any low back pain, you can have the pillow under your hips or a rolled towel. Same thing, okay? So you want to have it this way, that way you're keeping your back and your spine pelvic area in a neutral position, okay? So I'm going to keep it here just to show you. So I have my arms out in front of me. What I'm going to do is I'm squeezing the glutes, so I'm pushing my hips down towards the floor here, lifting my leg up, one at a time, okay? Nice and slow. Good. This one, once again, we're alternating. Good, making sure we're really squeezing the glutes, getting those hips extended. Last 2, guys. And last one. And good. Okay, final exercise. We're gonna have our arms out straight in front of you here. So you're gonna be working opposite way. So opposite arm and leg, lift up and back down. And down. Good. If this is too hard, once again, just stick to the leg lifting, okay? So here, up and down. And good. Last 2 each side. Good. Last one. And good. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Just a quick reminder that we are gonna have the Q&A period in about a minute. Also, we are gonna be launching some poll questions right now. So please answer them before you go, just so good feedback for myself. Take your time standing up and returning back to normal. Since we were lying down for a long time, please make sure to sit up first, take a few deep breaths, have some water, and then move, okay?